Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I've been a little MIA this last week, I realize. I think after the last video, I just kind of wanted time to reflect, and I reached out to some friends and got to talk to them. So this week was really just about like reconnecting to people that I felt out of touch with, and really just kind of some days were harder. My mood was definitely off this week. I knew that. Um, Tuesday was a little bit rough. It's kind of, the 3 year mark for me because I heard the day after. So, yeah, my mood was a little bit off. And then Wednesday, I decided to channel everything into cleaning. And I've always made this joke of like clear mind or clean space, clear mind. Um, and it's been helping. I have cleaned the oven, I defrosted the freezer, I have wiped every single surface in the kitchen, filled spice jars and all kinds of stuff. So I've been good. I've channeled the feelings into something positive, and it's gotten me through the rough parts. Um, I don't really have another purpose for this video other than to give the update, but also to talk about the playlist for today. So I decided that this week I would not make a playlist, but rather share with you Allison's playlist. So after she passed, somebody put up some Spotify links of some playlists that she listened to. And when she passed away, I had a lot of anxiety. Anyone who knew me at that time, the week was really rough. It was basically I was going to fly to the States and then I wasn't, and then I was going to fly. And it all came stemming from my fear of I'm kind of a codependent person, I know this. And flying to the States would mean that I would have to fly alone, which was my first time doing that. And I always, when I get to the airports, I get very anxious. And Joe just kind of takes the lead, so it makes it much easier for me to travel. So this was like, I will have to travel on my own, and I will have to figure everything out on my own. And it was really scary. But listening to these playlists that Allison listened to that gave her the strength to go to Malta and work on a boat and to travel Europe alone, essentially, it gave me strength. And music for me has always been a big part of my life. I put a lot of my emotions into the things I can listen to or the things that I can channel that I can't necessarily put towards myself. It feels good to know that other people have been through that and they have the words that you need. That playlist, I listen to it nonstop on the plane and there, and I still listen to it to these days. It brings me, I feel closer to her in some ways, which is strange because, I mean, we don't talk about things like what music are you listening to or things like this. So, I mean, I could just hear certain songs and maybe she didn't listen to the lyrics at all, or maybe it was subconscious, but there were just certain things that spoke to me, certain things that remind me of her lightness and that beautiful laugh that is so contagious um, that I can still hear. It's one of those things that I think everyone who's known her, like, they miss her laugh a lot. So yeah, the playlist it got me through. I flew to the States. I think I bought my ticket 2 days before I was supposed to make a decision and fly because I was just so stressed out all week going back and forth of like, can I miss it? Can I not? And yeah, so the playlist this week is very special. I will say that. I thought actually about not sharing it and kind of creating a different playlist, but I just think I want everyone to kind of, if you want, experience, kind of who she was and to hear this playlist and to know what it empowered me to do and know what it empowered her to do. And so, yeah, um, that is it. This weekend, I am going to catch up with some more friends. I'm going to continue cleaning my house like crazy, doing projects that I've put off for far too long because I had too many excuses. I don't know. It's just felt like even though this week was weird mentally and kind of put me off, I also feel like I'm really jumping some big hurdles to make differences. Like I'm kind of tired of excuses, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. Like I can sit here and put this off for forever. I started thinking about quarantine and all the things that you say that you're gonna do, and, and then what we actually end up doing. And that's not to say I've been productive at all, really. But I do find these spurts, and I find it important to go with it. I also really want. I'm trying to think, like, I guess something else that I want to work on recently is that I just almost like an improv class. I want to start saying yes more. You know how you can't say no in improv, you have to say yes and so that the other person can build off. I find that I say no far too easily, and I stop myself from having experiences otherwise. And I know that it's everyone deals with this, and they struggle, and they most people persevere, blah blah. Blah. But I just yeah, it's something that's on my mind. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to fix, but I think in the spirit of Allison that I should channel saying yes more. All of her friends who have visited here to visit, in the years that I've been here, they've all been such nice people, and it's also something that like I would just not. I don't normally put myself out there, so the fact that Allison was kind of doing the footwork and sending me people was really really nice. And the more that you isolate, it becomes easier to just keep doing it. And you have to remember to reach out and to make yourself open, because I think often it's far too easy not to. And then it becomes uncomfortable, and then you forget how to socialize, and you forget. So then you have these fears and anxieties over putting yourself out there or doing things that are not in the norm. Anyway, these are my thoughts recently. This video was just kind of to explain the playlist for today, wrap up a little bit about how my week has gone since I left it hanging. And next week is a new week, and we'll see what it brings. Maybe it will bring, a lot more posts. It will bring kind of whatever. Um, Maybe I won't have time because I'm channeling it into something way more productive. So I think that that's kind of the fun of this, is to let it ebb and flow how it should, and naturally, and just see how it goes. So have a good weekend. Enjoy the playlist, and we'll get back to the regular program next week. Bye.